All right, for today's video review, we're going to be taking a look at another one of the Beast Machines basic class Maximals. Here we have Longhorn, who turns into a little techno-organic bull here. I like that he's got actually a little metal nose ring there. Although, now that I'm feeling it, it doesn't feel cold or anything, so like maybe it's plastic and like painted silver, but I don't know. I just always assume that that's metal, especially since it's a small part there. But either way, looks cool. And yeah, he's got a pretty good looking bull mode, I think. The one weird thing about him is he kind of perpetually looks down, and you can kind of remedy that by taking this green section. This is like part of the transformation. If you just like fold that out a little bit and like fold these the shoulder joints out a little bit, it kind of extends his legs down a little bit, gives him a bit more clearance, and then it kind of makes him look up a bit more. I think that looks a little bit better than the default mode, but you know, to each his own. He's got this flap of fur back here that if you straighten it out, you can kind of give him like a head ramming gimmick. That's pretty cute. A lot of the Beast Wars basic class Maximals have some sort of like little gimmick like that, like Night Viper's little like mouth pounce thing. He's got okay articulation in this mode. The shoulders here are on ball joints. Those will just become the robot mode elbows. And then the hips on the back here are also on ball joints, also will become the robot mode hips. He's got ball jointed knees and then a hinge here at the on the front legs. And then what's also really cool is his head actually has a little bit of a tilt side to side on it. And that, you know, they didn't really need to do that, but that's neat. I like that. But yeah, to transform this guy, you just take the back legs here and you straighten them out, take this little flap on the side here, and then fold it down and then rotate it around, and those will make his robot mode legs. Like I said before, you just take this green section here, fold it all the way out, and then he's got actually some paint on the inside there, which is kind of silly because it just ends up kind of hidden in both modes. But and then the shoulder joints fold out here like that, and then those will make his arms, and then you just fold this back right where it was. And now without these pieces blocking the way, the head can just fold down like that. And then you take the horns and lift them up, and that reveals his robot mode head. And then this little flap with the gimmick on it, you can actually hold the head down and then just fold that back flush onto his back. And then the tail, you can just fold up like that. And then, so the arms, you're supposed to have them out like this, with the, you know, this at kind of a perpendicular angle here, because as you can see, he's got little fists sculpted on the leg pieces themselves. So it's like he's holding the legs as clubs. I think that's a little silly looking, especially because like 9 times out of 10, when you're looking at this guy, like you can barely, you know, distinguish the fist detail from the rest of it. So it sort of looks like he just has like these weird sort of angular arms. So what I generally do is I just fold him up all the way and then treat it like he's got little, you know, poundy hands, because like a lot of Beast Wars and Beast Machines figures already don't have proper hands, so that doesn't bother me so much, but I just think that looks really dumb. Articulation wise, his head is on a swivel here. You kind of need to, it kind of like moves up out of the way because the horns, you know, extend down past this green piece. The shoulders are on ball joints, and they also have this secondary hinge in and out for transformation. The elbows are on ball joints, which gives him a bicep swivel and then also a bend. If you have it like this, then really like the elbows are supposed to be this way. So he's got kind of the dumb gorilla elbows, can only bend inward kind of thing going on. So I don't know. I just generally do it like that. He's got ball joints here at the thighs with somewhat limited movement there. Ball jointed knees, which gives them a thigh swivel, and they can bend a little bit under 90, and then the toe can actually fold down, which I find is actually surprisingly helpful with this guy in terms of posing, because you can get him in poses where he's got like one leg kind of back like that, and he's like bouncing on his one toe, and I think that's a pretty cool looking little action pose there. But yeah, he's a pretty cool little guy. Oh, I forgot to mention in beast mode, but he's got a little his hidden spark crystals. You just fold open this flap on his thigh there. You see the little Beast Machines Maximal symbol there. Some of them are a bit more hidden than others. I like his because it's like the sculpting really, you know, it isn't broken on either side because it looks pretty much the same. You can just tell that this is a little flap that opens. So I like that. Hides really well. It's got some rib details there too. Pretty cool. So yeah, here he is with Night Viper. I'm not going to bother showing them off with all these guys in each mode, just because, you know, they don't really scale that well in alt mode, just because like none of the Beast Wars figures do, in terms of like they scale fine in terms of like show and stuff, because like they all just become bigger or smaller versions of those animals. But you know, they look fine together. And so you can see Night Viper is kind of a bit taller. So, you know, the more of these guys I review, the more I'll show off together. I'm probably going to go through, I think I have all 7 of them, of the non-show character Beast Wars or Beast Machines basic Maximals. So I think that might be all of them, all of the maximal basic class figures, except for Silverbolt, who of course is a show class character, a show character, but also like that figure is infamously bad, so I've never really had any desire to pick it up. But yeah, so here's the second of them. But yeah, he's a really nice little figure. The one thing that annoys me is the fists thing, and then by extension, like the elbows facing the wrong way. But otherwise, he's pretty good. Like the bull mode, you know, kind of looks down awkwardly, but that's totally fixable just with, you know, this green piece here. So yeah, pretty good little figure. If you enjoy my videos, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. I do reviews on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. And yeah, if you have anything you want me to review, leave it in the comments, and I'll let you know if I have it and if I have any interest in reviewing it. And yeah, without further ado, here we have Transformers Beast Machines Basic Class Longhorn. Very cool.